Hello everybody, you have tuned in to Eric Jose on Making a Murderer on YouTube. I cover virtually any aspect of making a murderer. I go over the evidence, the documents, the photos. So if you like, stay tuned, and in the future I'll have many more videos besides the one you're about to see. Hello everybody, how you doing today? We're here today to talk a little bit about something that happened on November 29th down at the Manitowoc County Courthouse with Judge Sukowicz. Before I talk about that, I want to go ahead and say one thing first. Anybody who who's watching this video, if you've got an interest in the wrongful convictions that are around and that are being corrected and fought around the country and stuff like that, I want to suggest a group for you. It's called Wrongful Conviction Awareness. It's run by a lovely lady named Suzanne Brown, and she keeps a lot of fresh posts in there. It's fairly active, and there's always a lot of good information in there. So anybody who has an interest after getting into the Steven Avery case and stuff like that, I would advise to go ahead and give it a check, give it a look. I'll put the link down below in the info below the video, of course. And you'll also occasionally see me when I make a new Scott Davis video, about Scott Davis in Georgia and the wrongful conviction there. I also will post it in there, and you'll be able to see it there. So, anyway, just wanted to give everybody a chance to check that out because it's pretty interesting. So, now moving on to the reason why we're here today to talk about this, what happened on the 29th. So apparently what has happened is somebody decided, since Judge Sukowicz had denied Avery and all that, his trial, his evidentiary hearing, his basically everything, right? So somebody sent Judge Sukowicz a flower arrangement with a card. It said, "Thank you from all your admirers at SAIG," which, for those who don't know, means Steven Avery is guilty. It's a Reddit community. Anyways, so, I mean, this is kind of strange. People, you shouldn't do that sort of thing. And that's what I want to talk about here today, really, is, number one, you really shouldn't be sending things like, flower arrangements and stuff to judges. Come on. People, our court systems are clogged enough. Okay, they don't need to be dealing with flower arrangements coming from all over the place. Okay, I mean, trust me, they are basically bogged down enough with the fact that a lot of people in this country don't want to own up to their crap and want to go into the courts and fight, even though they were responsible for what happened. But if they want to be able to, they don't want to be able to be responsible for it, then they'll fight and they'll take up the court's time, whether it's a waste or not. Let's just say it's it's a adversarial process. So whether it's right or wrong, the point is that when people are in court fighting to basically to not take responsibility for something that they've done, they are clogging up the court system, and that clogging of the court system causes the courts not to be able to look deeper into a lot of cases, and that's, I mean, we could honestly say that that's probably a good reason for why there are so many wrongful convictions out there, because the court systems are so clogged, the lawyers are so busy, the public defenders are so busy, that everybody's so weighed down with the weight of so many cases, okay, that flower arrangements just really aren't necessary. It's really just kind of a nuisance in the whole process when at a courthouse. Okay, it's not like your friend's house who you just went and stayed the weekend at last week, and so you send them a nice flower arrangement and a card, maybe a bottle of wine or something. This is a courthouse. Okay, anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you right now the letter that Judge Sukowicz issued, and a picture of the envelope and the card that came along with the arrangement here. So here we go. Okay, so this is the letter that was issued by Judge Sukowicz. It's addressed to the attorneys in the case: Stephen G. Richards, Kathleen T. Zellner, Assistant Attorney General Thomas J. Fallon, and Jocelyn C. Labrie. It's regarding Manitowoc County case, State of Wisconsin versus Steven Avery case, Greetings. I wanted to notify the parties that an individual sent a floral arrangement to the courthouse on November 29th of 2017 addressed to me, and it was forwarded to my office. It contained a piece of paper which stated, "Best wishes from your admirers at SAIG. Stephen Avery is guilty." A copy is enclosed. The Sheriff's Department was contacted in an abundance of caution. They determined that the sender is neither a party to the case or representing a party in the case. Since the floral arrangement was a gift, I rejected it by returning it to the flower shop today. Very truly yours, Angela J. Sukowicz, Circuit Court Judge. So, this basically is the type of thing that just bogs the courts down even further, really. You know, they don't need this. They got plenty of cases and paperwork and documents they got to read. But, you know, so here's the envelope and the card that accompanied the arrangement. And you see where it says there, "Best wishes from your admirers at SAIG," which stands for Stephen Avery's guilty, the Reddit community. Yeah, so, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that the courts really don't need. It just, you know, bogs it down further. It's unnecessary. Just think about how she said abundance of caution, and imagine about how much time that took up that day. So, as I was seeing all this today and considering this, what happened here, I got to thinking. And I started thinking about Brendan, you know? Because, you know, everybody knows I'm a huge, huge hero for Brendan. So, I got to thinking about Brendan with this. So, I wanted to say this, everybody. Trust me. I know that it's well-meaning when you do something like this, you trying to send to the judge. Obviously, the people over at Stephen Avery is guilty, you know, they appreciate what Judge Sukowicz did. It's understandable. Regardless of what you think of it, okay? It's understandable that they felt that way, and it's understandable what they did. Okay, here's what I want to say. If the on-bank review goes either in Brendan Dassey's favor or against, either way, I think everybody needs to respect the fact that the courts don't need a bunch of hate or love. Either way, they don't need either one. They got plenty to do already, and they don't have time for that kind of stuff. Okay, so I just want to remind everybody right now to be classy for Brendan Dassey. Seriously, people. Even, look, and when I say, I'm not saying the on-bank won't go in Brendan's favor, but I'm just saying, if it doesn't, be classy, okay? Brendan's lawyers are going to go to the next step. They're brilliant. They've done quite well so far. Have a little faith, okay? The courts don't need the headache. Okay, I know how people feel, and I know if that were to happen, I know how people would feel. But listen, the courts have a lot on their plate, and just understand that Brendan's lawyers, they got it. They got him. They're gonna take care of him. So that's gonna be about it, folks, for this video. Just, you know, wanted to voice my concern after seeing what happened there on November 29th. I don't want anybody to be doing that on either side. Okay? I'm not going to single out anybody. I'm not going to sit here and go, "Oh, you guilters." No. I don't want to see I would prefer not to see either side doing this. Okay? Just saying. All right? Anyways, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and we'll see ya.